The story of Mariette Bosch. Mariette Bosch was born in South Africa in 1950. She was married to Justin Bosch, and together they had 3 children. The family later moved to Botswana, where they lived in the affluent home to many white South African expatriates. While living there, Mariette became friends with Maria Magdalene, also known as Rhea's husband, Martinus. The two women socialized together and attended activities together while their families became close friends. In 1995, Mariette's husband, Justin Bosch, died in a car accident. After his death, Mariette began an affair with Tian Worams, Rhea's husband. Although he promised to divorce Rhea, he remained married to her. Prosecutors later argued that Mariette became impatient with the situation. In June 1996, Mariette traveled to Petersburg in South Africa, where she obtained her father's pistol from a friend and smuggled it back into Botswana. On the evening of 26 June 1996, she went to Rhea's home, climbing over the security wall to enter the property. Rhea was inside the house. Rhea was shot twice, once in the stomach and once in the ribs. She died from her injuries. Her daughter later discovered her body. There were no eyewitnesses to the shooting. Police initially believed the killing was the result of burglary gone wrong. No suspect was immediately identified. However, investigators later uncovered several pieces of evidence that shifted suspicion towards Mariette. Before the murder, Mariette had told her sister-in-law, Judith Bosch, that she loved Rhea's husband and wanted to marry him. After the shooting, Mariette handed the murder weapon to Judith's husband for safekeeping. About 3 months after Rhea's death, Mariette ordered a wedding dress from a designer in Pretoria. Judith later turned the gun over to police. Investigators connected the weapon to the murder and arrested Mariette. Rhea's husband was also questioned, but was released and was never charged. The prosecution described the case as involving the 4 L's love: loot, lust, and looting. Mariette denied murdering Rhea. Throughout the investigation, trial, appeals, and until her execution, she maintained that she was innocent and suggested someone else had committed the crime. The defense called expert witnesses, including a psychiatrist who testified that Mariette did not fit the profile of someone capable of committing such a murder. Despite her defense, on 13 December 1999, the High Court of Botswana found her guilty of murder. In February 2000, she was sentenced to death by hanging. One of the most unusual aspects of this case was that after her arrest, Rhea's husband married Mariette in 1997. While awaiting her trial, he continued to support her during the legal proceedings. Mariette appealed her conviction. She was represented by the British barrister Sir Desmond Da Silva. Her legal team argued that the prosecution had failed to disclose certain information during the trial. On 30th January 2001, Botswana's Court of Appeal dismissed her appeal, ruling that the conviction should stand. Her final hope was a presidential pardon from Botswana's president, Festus Mogae, but no pardon was granted. Early morning of 31st March 2001, around 5:30 a.m., Mariette Bosch was hanged at Gaborone Central Prison. Her family, husband, and lawyers later said they had not been informed in advance of the exact time of the execution. Mariette was the first white person executed in Botswana and only the 4th woman hanged in the countryside independence. She was only 50 years old. Reports state that she maintained her innocence until the end. This case became known as Botswana's White Mischief because of the love triangle, the affluent expatriate community involved, and the intense media attention it received. More than 2 decades later, some still believe justice was served, while others believe questions remain. What do you think?